So there's a number of ways to create perspective in Photoshop. One way is to use the transform tool. So here I have some typography, some type on a layer. It's still a type layer, it's still vectors. So one thing about transforming type in perspective is that it has to be rasterized first. So what I will do is duplicate the type, just in case I want to go back to the original type and change it. So I'm going to hit Command J, duplicate it, or Control J in a PC. Then right click on the duplicate layer and pick Rasterize Type. And I'll do it the same thing for this text for the word space as well. So I'll duplicate that, Command J or Control J, right click, and then Rasterize Type. So now I have these set as pixels instead of vectors, and that will let me actually use the tool, the transform tool, to create perspective. So I'll turn off the original type and work on the layer that's duplicated. I'll start with the word chicken. I'll hit Command T or Control T on a PC, and to create the perspective you use Shift Option Command on a Mac. On a PC you would use Control Shift and Alt, and you just drag one of those corners and you get that perspective. You can also right click inside here and pick perspective from the drop down without having to use the shortcut keys, and you can move that as well. So if you want to move your type while it's still in this perspective mode, you can do that if you want to adjust the location somewhere in the composition. Double clicking will allow you to set that. So I have the words chicken, and I'll do the same thing for space. Again, Command T or Control T on a PC, Shift Option Command, and then drag a corner, and that's how you create perspective type. If I go back to the original type that was unrasterized or not rasterized, the word chicken here, hit Command T and try those shortcuts, you can see it skews it if I do a Shift Option Command, but it doesn't create the perspective. So again, the type has to be rasterized in order for this to work.